A 14-year-old boy was violently thrown over a wall, crashing to the ground at Don Bosco's feet. The boy was terrified, convinced these priests would beat him up, mock him, and drag him to prison. The Miracles and Prophecies of St. John Bosco, a project of America Needs Fatima. I'm your host, Adrian Fonseca. Subscribe for new episodes every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Welcome to the Miracles and Prophecies of St. John Bosco. I'm Adrian Fonseca. These videos exist to share timeless wisdom from St. John Bosco that can inspire you to grow closer to Christ and Our Lady. Today you'll witness Don Bosco standing like an unbreakable shield between a terrified teenager and the darkness threatening to swallow him. You'll see how creating the right atmosphere for encountering Christ can change lives, even for someone raised to despise religion. When have you chosen a spiritual priority over your own convenience? It's easy to say we put God first, but to actually live it is something totally different. Sunday afternoon, 1846, the Pignardi house in Turin. The courtyard is alive with noise, boys playing, laughing, and shouting. Don Bosco stands there with the gentle smile of his, watching over them. Outside the wall, three troublemakers stop. They hear the commotion, the joy coming from inside. "Lift me up," one says. His friends hoist him onto the wall for a peek. Then the cruel joke. "Push him! Throw him down!" A violent shove, and the boy tumbles headfirst over the wall. Crash! He hits the ground right in front of Don Bosco and the theologian Barreau. Two priests jump back startled. The boy scrambles up, bruised, frightened, searching desperately for escape. Tears start streaming down his face, but his voice, defiant. "Let me go! You'll drag me to prison! You'll beat me!" His father had poisoned his mind. "Priests are tricksters and tyrants. The church is for fools, and if you were ever caught with them, he would get a sound thrashing." Don Bosco kneels beside him, calm, patient. "My dear boy, you are safe here. And look around. These boys are your friends. We want nothing but your happiness. Stay with us a little while." The boy spits back. "If I stay here, you'll drag me to church until I grow moldy and dumb." Don Bosco chuckles. He points to the boys in the courtyard. "Do they look dumb to you?" The boy watches them, running, laughing, half smiles. Well, not all of them. For a moment, he forgot his fears and was drawn into the games. And then the church bell rings. Panic floods back. He bolts for the exit, but Don Bosco doesn't chase him. He just compliments his skills, hands him a small gift. No pressure, only kindness. The boy leaves with treasure in his pocket and something unexpected in his heart. The memory of being treated with dignity. The following Sunday, the boy returned on his own, and the Sunday after that, he did it again. Gradually, Don Bosco drew him in, never pushing, but always inviting. First, he joined the games. Then he listened for a few minutes in the chapel. Next, he sat through an entire sermon. And as the boy's confidence grew, Don Bosco waited for the opportunity to take his conversion to the next level. He takes him aside, genuine paternal love in his voice. "Come one fine day to see me over there in the choir, near the confessional. You'll see that I'll tell you good things. Will you come? Say yes." "Yes, I will come," replied the young man resolutely. And indeed, this child who had been raised to despise religion happily went to confession and made his first Holy Communion. Then, his father finds out. Not a pious church-going parent. Rough, often drunk at taverns. A blasphemer filling the house with curses. When neighbors whisper that his boy's been seen at Don Bosco's oratory, he explodes. "Woe to you if you set foot there again. I'll thrash you within an inch of your life. I forbid you, do you hear? I forbid you to ever see those priests again." The boy is crushed. Picture the torment. One side, warmth, friendship, laughter, faith. While on the other side, terror of his father's beatings. And yet, He couldn't stay away. The oratory had awakened something in him that even fear couldn't erase. He began sneaking back, trembling each time, but unable to resist the joy that he found there. Now, Don Bosco's role became not just that of a parent, but of a protector. He understood the boy's home life, and after the games ended, he saw the shadows in his eyes, and it was time to go back to his father. So he protected him with patience and encouragement, telling him that God's grace would overcome any threat. Week after week, Don Bosco stood in the gap. While the father's voice thundered curses, Don Bosco spoke of love, of courage, and trust in God. And here's the question. Which voice would prevail? Would fear pull the boy back into despair? Or would Don Bosco's protection, his tireless charity, and his refusal to give up on this child provide the strength that he needed to face his father's rage? Don Bosco didn't just preach at these boys. He created an environment where they could encounter Christ naturally, through joy, through friendship, through games, and through gradual invitation. Not pressure, just consistent, patient love. That's why the boy kept coming back, even when it meant risking his father's wrath. The atmosphere Don Bosco created was so compelling that fear couldn't overcome it. So here's my question for you. What atmosphere are you creating in your own life? In your home? In your relationships? Are you creating a space where people can encounter Christ naturally? Or are you pushing too hard? Demanding too much too fast? Don Bosco's genius was understanding that transformation happens in an environment of safety, joy, and patient invitation. The boy who was violently thrown over a wall needed exactly that kind of environment to heal and grow. Now, I know what you're wondering. What happened to that boy? Did fear win? Did his father's rage tear him away from the oratory? Well, in the next episode, I'll tell you the rest of this incredible story. And trust me, you won't want to miss how it ends. But before you go, click on the video appearing on your screen right now about how Don Bosco missed a ride and yet saved his soul. The story will show you how Don Bosco's inconvenience became someone else's salvation. Don't miss it. Thank you for watching. St. John Bosco, pray for us. May God bless you, and Mary Immaculate keep you under her mantle. God love you.